Hey guys, so let's talk about. I really gotta make this English YouTube channel get over 10 subscribers. That's gonna be my next goal. So let's talk first about Mooji, non-duality and Rupert Spear and such. Um, I always said that spiritual awakening changed my life because through spiritual awakening I became a tantra masseur and I realized many things which I thought were wrong with me before suddenly got resolved, including my hypersensitivity to things which other people thought is like more like a disease, and when in fact it was actually a gift that I could use in the tantra massage sessions, being able to feel blockages and such. And without spiritual awakening, that would have not have happened. And the spiritual awakening happened mostly because of Mooji, because I was listening to his videos a lot. So for that, I'm very thankful. And in order to give something back, I actually sent once like £50 to his foundation, because that's the only way I could give back at that moment. And the realization of the self, though, has never brought me the real inner deep peace or something. It's more like a understanding and seeing that I'm not my thoughts, and that's pretty much it. There's nothing else to it. Maybe because I haven't done enough vipassana, it's possible. But I also have a very strong libido, and I enjoy this libido because this energy is very strong in me, and I realize something else which I call this libido self-empowerment. It has nothing to do with spiritual awakening, although spiritual awakening does give me an intuitive sense of what is right or wrong. And the libido self-empowerment is basically the liberty to decide to go in your direction of sexuality or joy, or like Bashar says, follow your highest joy. You basically here follow your highest sexuality and you follow your highest joy, which means that if you have a decision between two things, you decide for that which gives you more libido or more sexuality or more joy. Give you an example. I was at a place of a woman for 1 month and a half, and she was over 60 years old, I believe, or around 60 years old, and she was in herself. She had a lot of unresolved issues and toxicity, but we had some other things in common, which was very surprising, and that's one of the reasons I stayed there. But looking back at it, I have to say that if I had decided for my libido self-empowerment, I didn't know about libido self-empowerment at that point, I would have not stayed there, because she already told me from the beginning, I don't want any massage clients on my property and so forth, which is her right to say, because it's her place. But it was also kind of selfish of her, though, because we were talking about how I would give her some money, and she was in need of money. So, but it's her place, she decides. And now looking back, if I had decided for libido self-empowerment, then I would have said, okay, this is not giving me more self-empowerment. This is actually giving me less self-empowerment in terms of libido and joy. And so I would have left much sooner. So right now it became definitely like a way to quickly decide if something is right or wrong for me, because sometimes I used to go with feelings, and feeling wise it felt right at that moment, kind of, but there were some things off, but in general it was like 80% right. It felt right. But looking back at it now, the only thing it was right is because I learned this from, and plus I lifted some heavy boxes for her because she had a cat retreat and we were doing a lot of stuff, and so I was doing some manual work, and I lifted some heavy boxes and it did something with my lower back. And I realized that in libido self-empowerment, you rarely come into a situation where you do something which negatively impacts you. So I have to say that that I'm starting to tend to think that libido self-empowerment is a necessary tool for more joy and sexuality, although you're spiritually awakened. Otherwise you would have to live like Ramana and negate absolutely everything. I'm not sure I'm ready for that, because I don't know, Ramana, I mean, is like, he had like little animals eating off of his flesh and he was like okay with it, and I don't know, it's just another level of awakening, I guess. That's a very heavy level of awakening. But it was a different time. There wasn't also that many options. Now you have these beautiful women everywhere. You have a lot of stimuli, and there's a lot of joy to be had in experiencing these things. You have the internet, you have, all of that didn't exist back then.